Hello friends, my name is Gracie. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking about how I miss the creation in content. And this kind of dawned on me because I heard, I think somebody say content creation is not meant for introverts, and it made me think, is there a reason why I have a really hard time accepting the fact that people are going to watch me online? Like, I have this desire to create something, and I am so scared of anyone in my personal life finding it. And I don't know where this apprehension is coming from. And so I'm gonna be talking about my thoughts. I brainstormed a little bit and I'm gonna go through piece by piece and we'll talk about it. I've been thinking about the way I used to create things and wondering if they were worth posting. And this can be any hobby. For instance, I really love scrapbooking. Y'all have seen videos of the scrapbook pages I have made before. I also really love to embroider. Got obsessed with making this pair of jeans this last few weeks. I have been taking a social media break because I have been so overwhelmed in my personal life that I needed to take a step back and really think about whether or not I want to do this content creation. Like, me as a person, am I good enough to do this? Am I at a good enough place with myself to be able to do this? And I don't quite have an answer for you, but I have been working a lot on myself and what makes me myself, and I didn't do it in the most healthy way. I archived all of my posts on Instagram. I just really didn't want to be perceived. And so I knew that if I were going to do this, like go black out on my Instagram, now is the time, because if I'm going to go full force into content creation, I need to have that grievance of having privacy, if that makes sense. Like, I need to decide, like, do I want to do this in order to help others and fulfill my need to create, or am I trying to monetize my creativity? And I have dabbled in a few hobbies. I started making friendship bracelets again, and I've been obsessed with the color stories I can create and the design that I want to create for each of my friends and the people in my life. Like, I also have been obsessed with creating this pair of jeans. I think I've talked about it, but I made friendship bracelets in the color stories of Ariana Grande's albums. I have been obsessing over this pair of jeans. It has been my entire purpose in life. I think I just needed to do something tangibly with my hands and get off of my phone. And I have completed them. I have fully decorated my jeans for the Ariana Grande concert, and I'm really proud of it. And it was so much fun to make, and I really challenged myself with one, the silhouette. I almost really gave up on it like 5 times. And then the G I love because my name is Gracie, but it also is the Glenda G. And so I can have this be an evergreen pair of pants and I can wear them. Like, I'll probably debut them at the concert, but after that I can wear them and have a story behind it. And I really love these friendship bracelets that I have created and the different color stories of all her albums. I think this is truly my best work of art in a really, really long time, and I am so proud of that. And it took so long to sew all of that, but I have really enjoyed the actual tangible working with my hands part, and I would highly recommend it if you're looking to do something with your spare time that has such a satisfying dopamine hitting. I have completed this. I've made every single stitch that I need to make this beautiful image, and it's so soothing. And you can watch TV, and I've been watching YouTube a lot. I started watching the Pop Star Academy, the Cat's Eye documentary on Netflix, and I have now dove down the rabbit hole of Cat's Eye, and I'm about to go down the rabbit hole of Blackpink, just because I knew I would always love K-pop, and so that's why I have withheld for the last few years because I knew that once I started liking K-pop, it would just escalate into something that I really needed to make ensure I have enough time and carved into my life to hold on to K-pop. I would say I love Lisa's album. Like with Cat's Eye, like now I understand the art form of a girl group. We haven't had a girl group in a really long time, but I never really always was a fan of a girl group. But since I watched how hard they train in the show, I just have so much more respect for a girl group. And yeah, so that's been my obsession lately. And to go back to my main points, because I don't want to deviate too far, I've been really into making friendship bracelets. I've been really into scrapbooking. I'm really into listening to music. I'm really into watching TV. I've been really into painting my nails and watching YouTube. These are all things that I love for myself and do for myself and bring me joy, but I feel guilty that I am taking all that time when I could be monetizing it. And this is where I would really love for content creation to be something that is fruitful monetarily for me because it would give me a little bit of job stability in the market that I'm in, and I would like to stay working in the influencer industry but working in strategy. And so that's the whole reason why I've been creating content. It's like to propel my career and see how to create such an authentic relationship with your audience. And I thought I wanted to do this brand side, but I think that I would love the autonomy of being myself and working for myself. If I get to be able to talk for a really long time and share my inner thoughts and be able to connect with somebody else, I want to be productive to society. I spend so much time alone, and I know that if I filmed some of these things and showed you and gave you a demonstration of like how I made these jeans, people are gonna ask that question like they are. They're gonna be like, "How did you do that?" And like, I didn't film it. But I took that time for me. I needed to get off of my phone. I don't know, it's a fine line on whether or not to film it and capture it or just exist inside of it. Do I want that moment for myself to just be that passage of time and not have anything to show for it when it's just for myself and not for something that can help benefit others? Like, am I being selfish with my time? I could film these things and I could continue to make content, but I need to find my niche and I don't know what it would be yet. And I think more authentic conversations about what is going on in my life and like how I perceive what's going on in the internet world. Like, I know I would be really good at creating content. I just need to get over my fear of being seen, whether or not to exist inside of it. There is something childlike about that decision. It's intuitive, it's private, it's unmeasured. And somewhere along the way, creating started to feel like documenting. And that's where I think I should have started creating content much earlier in my life. I think if I could go back and be less insecure, I think I would be way further along in the thing that I love, which is watching and creating content. And it's like it's something I'm truly passionate about. I could see myself being successful at it, but I just haven't been able to put myself in the position where I am able to do it on a consistent basis. And now that I've proven myself that I can make something in a week. If I need time off, I can be creative for a week and then move on, and then I can get back into content creation. Because when my room is messy, whenever I'm doing scrapbooking or I'm embroidering, like string is everywhere, I need to be more organized. And also, creating content is very neat, it's very clean, it's very satisfactory. It takes a long time, but it's really satisfying to make a video and edit it and watch it back and be like, wow, I created this. Like, it's so satisfying. It's that dopamine hit that I love from creating. So I just need to let go of my insecurities and move forward in order to feel more fulfilled, because I'm not as fulfilled in my job as I want to be. And that's okay. Like, it's a job. it's my first job, and that's fine, but I feel like I have greater potential and later on in my career to be and do something meaningful. I would love to work in strategy and how to help creators have a strong relationship with their audience. I think it's so powerful. And maybe I should return the brand side, I don't know. But like, I love the art of marketing, I love the art of creating. But now I'm at the position where am not working for a brand, and maybe I should create my own brand. I don't know. But then I'm at this pivot where I'm like, do I find a niche or do I be myself? And this is where I want your feedback on what you think of my more raw videos versus my previous videos that are more planned out and more about products and focus, and or do you like this sit down type of talking about philosophy in life? Like, let me know what you would prefer. Even in my downtime, there's a quiet voice asking, should this be content? If I'm going to do my makeup, should I film it? I'm already doing my makeup. If I prop up my phone and film it, then it's a video that I have created. I was gonna do it anyway. I just have such a hard time looking and talking to the camera on short form because that's what most people consume. And so I have this intense fear of being perceived online. And this is where I love long form because how many people are going to stick around for an hour long video? Not very many people. So if you're watching this, like, you're truly dedicated, and props to you. I don't know, like, I don't think that I'm creating good enough content for returning viewers, frankly. I feel like I am not at the point that I want to be. I have to work through all of this process of creating a channel and getting subscribers and having a relationship with my audience. Like, I have to just continue doing the steps and moving forward, and letting the algorithm do its thing, and just put my creative efforts into something that can be fruitful and that I love, because I love YouTube. I love YouTube. YouTube has truly changed my life. Like, I could have no other streaming service and I would watch YouTube and I'm fine. I don't pay for even YouTube Premium. I just watch the ads. Like, I love YouTube. I watch so much of it on my TV. That's why I love creating and watching YouTube at the same time, painting my nails. I love it. I love YouTube. Am I wasting a moment if I'm not filming it? And then there's this simultaneous desire and guilt. I want to create content. I chose this. I made this my New Year's resolution. I decided that if I'm not able to get my dream career in beauty, working for a beauty brand, then I'm going to be a content creator. Like, I want to have my own brand. I want to be myself. Like, I think that there is something so beautiful in being an influencer. It would be my dream career, Like, I wanted to do this since I was 15, and I've just been so terrified. And now I'm at the point of my life where I need to do it myself or choose a different path, because I am not going to get very far in my career if I don't learn how to create content and have people watch it. I also wonder if I'm too introverted for it, if I'm charismatic enough, if I move from time lapses over music to actually talking to the camera like I am right now, but on short form. Why can I sit down for a long form video and hate and dread the pace and performance of short form? I understand the importance of short form in society, but I yearn for old school YouTube. Like, that's truly what I love and care for the most. That is always going to be the content that I want to consume. I know that you can't get very far unless you're doing short form, because that's just the way younger generations consume their content. If you want a more stable career, you're going to have to, like, shift and move with the platforms at the time. Like, I understand, but I also am very nostalgic for 2016 and 2026. I think what I'm grieving isn't content creation itself. It's the feeling of creating without being watched. Like as a kid, I would be so creative, and I feel like I have that time back in my life. I have more time for myself and what I want to do. It's like playing with Barbies, you know? Like that was something that I always loved as a kid, and now I'm an adult and I have to be Barbie. I have to be the girl that I always wanted to be. Shout out to the Barbie movie. We're all Barbie, right? But even as a kid, and I'm watching, Pop Star Academy with Cat's Eye, if I knew that something like that existed, and if it existed at the time, I would have loved and excel at the Pop Star Academy. I feel like singing I would have done well at, because I am chorally trained. I also am classically trained in ballet. I know that I could be really good at being a pop star because I love pop music. It's always been the genre I love the most, and I feel like my voice would be good for pop because I think my voice would be more like Billie Eilish, if that makes sense. But anyways, I always wanted and dreamed of being a Disney Channel kid. And I remember one time they were doing like talent open call auditions in my hometown, which was really random. I don't know why they were there, but like the people that recruit for like Disney Channel. And I remember going, they were giving out cards for the people they were interested in, and I remember getting the card. And I was there with my mom because I was 10. I asked her, like, what if I did? And she'd be like, oh, I don't know. She didn't really want to be a stage mom. Pretty much. She was okay with being a dance mom, but she didn't want to be a stage mom. I think if I had pushed back or like realized if I could do whatever I wanted to do in life, if I actually believed that growing up, then I probably would have been a dancer or a performer in some capacity. I feel like that is the true love of my life, is performing and being connected with my body and singing and dancing. Like I feel most like myself in those ways. What I'm missing is being a kid and being a child and having, because I'm 25, but if I feel like I myself am still mentally like 22, probably because of COVID. Honestly, like COVID really took away my youth. I work remotely, and so it's kind of like returning to COVID in a few ways. I didn't love COVID, obviously, but I really excelled at living life during COVID. Like I lived by myself and during COVID with my dog, and that is a life experience that I'm so grateful for. I loved my life with my dog, and it was hard at times. So I got really depressed at times. Everyone was depressed during COVID. In this moment, I feel more connected to the outside world and different things that I can explore than I ever did before. Like I never believed, I never even knew the things that I would do in life weren't even an option until I just tried. So yeah, that's, I don't know, maybe a little too philosophical. But anyways, I don't want to give up as far as content creation. I just want to protect the part of me that makes things quietly. So maybe the question isn't whether I'm built for it. If introverts can be content creators, I can find a way to create a space online without losing the softness and privacy that makes me love creating in the first place. I feel like if I want that sweet spot between being perceived by the people in my personal life versus connecting with people that I really and truly care about, as far as like way I would be able to relate to them and change their lives. Basically, like I feel like I could make content that could change people's lives. Just the way it's changed me, I feel like there is that karma that would be in the energy would transfer into that. So yeah, I'm not gonna give up yet. I feel like I got really rambly in this video, but I had so much fun filming it. I'm back, I guess. I don't know. But I will see you in the next one. Bye.